Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome to the Sharjah International Book Fair, a hub for creativity, knowledge sharing and imagination. In this special report, we'll be looking at the book fair in a different perspective, how this is more than just a consumer book event. It's all about exhibition, it's about business, and it's also about learning and coming together to celebrate one passion, which is for reading. Join us as we explore the Sharjah International Book Fair and meet some inspiring figures. So the Sharjah International Book Fair, when you look at how things are, it's not just a book fair. There's a huge business element attached to it because it is the largest book fair in terms of buying and selling rights, and we're very kindly joined by His Excellency Ahmed bin Rakad Al Amri, who is the chairman of the Sharjah Book Authority. First up, how's this 41st edition been for you so far?
So far, so amazing. We see the achievement of His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan Muhammad Al Qasimi, who believe in literature and believe in books. Today we see a lot of people are coming, even though it's a weekdays, but there is a lot of huge crowd. 2,213 publishing houses, 95 countries, over 1.5 million titles, over 20 million books, 1,500 activities, all are here in Sharjah International Book Fair. Today we see the achievement. Huge names are here, Deepak Chopra, Shah Rukh Khan. There is a huge names from everywhere in the world. You see Italy as a guest of honor. Sharjah today, it writes its name among the biggest in the literature. Sharjah becoming the gateway for literature between West and East. There is a lot of people who are buying their rights, selling their rights. We're having the Librarian Summit. The National Library Summit is going on. We have the ALA conference. There is a lot of program going on. You meet a lot of authors who's coming, book signing, influencers. You see a lot of activities. But people believe that the book have power and the nation are reading. And today we see everyone, over 200 nationality are attending this book fair. Today is an achievement for Sharjah and United Arab Emirates and for Arabic literature.
If you look back, we've got the red and white tent still there to recall the good memories. How does it make you feel when you see a packed hall, not just one day, but every single day?
What we see today, it's a storytelling. It's a story that took time to reach where we are. We see in the beginning, it's like a storytelling. The first book fair, there was few publishers who came in our account, and then nobody bought the books. His Highness bought all the books, and all the advisor of His Highness told him, this book fair will never work. But the vision of His Highness, he told them, wait, you're gonna see. And today we see that. We see it in reality. We see the achievement. We see the hard working of everyone who works here. We see a teamwork. Everyone in Sharjah United Arab. It is a good presentation. And to everyone saying, people don't read, come and see Sharjah International Book Fair, and you will know. People still read books, enjoy literature, and we can see children, adults, family are coming to this book fair.
I'm going to ask you this, everyone comes here thinking, okay, we'll buy the books, but what goes behind the scenes? Because you pull out surprises, last year Trevor Noah, now Shah Rukh Khan, of all people. How does this all work? How do you bring all these people together?
We have more surprises, by the way, not only Shah Rukh Khan, we have more surprises that are coming. But all those, it is by planning, studying the market, looking forward, and we're trying to attract different segment of the market to come, of the community to come to enjoy books. We try to let them to taste literature in different aspects. Shah Rukh Khan will be coming here. He will be talking about the impact on books on his movie and his careers. That you're gonna see different angles of Shah Rukh Khan and his career path. And you're going to see a lot of other authors who's going to come and talk, and even how effective was books in their career. That's what we are presenting in Sharjah International Book Fair. Even until the last day of the book fair, there's some surprises you're going to see soon.
Lastly, why bring the business element to it? When we heard from the Library of Congress, they said, we've never seen a book fair like this. We're used to consumerism, but bringing business, why both of them together?
It is an important aspect. In the Middle East, our people got used to, the community got used to the classic book fair, which is a consumer book fair. But in the international aspect, people are looking for B2B, business to business. And the Liberian conference, it is a specialist one. Like the Liberian Summit, it's only for Liberian national libraries from around the world. They are attending by themselves on their own account just to meet and to exchange information and knowledge. While the ALA conference, it is designed for Liberians to improve the Liberians around the African market and the Asian market and European market. Therefore, what we present here today is a unique opportunity for everyone. There is a reading festival, there is a consumer book fair, there is a B2B between publishers, and there is a Liberians conference going on and Liberian Summit. So if you join all those together, you see an aspect that you don't see it anywhere in the world.
Your Excellency, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
The Sharjah International Book Fair continued to witness increased popularity throughout the fair, where even on weekdays, book lovers flocked over to the Sharjah Expo Centre. The high-profile event of Sharjah attracts over 2 million visitors and over 2,000 national and international publishing houses. Books at the fair cover diverse genres in over 210 languages. There were some new things at the book fair, which included a 3-day thriller festival, as well as looking at some exhibitions. Visitors to the Sharjah's 41st International Book Fair enjoyed centuries-old Arabic and Islamic books, some dating back to the 1200s, as they go on show in the Gulf for the first time. This included a collaboration with Italy's Catholic University of the Sacred Heart and Ambrosian Library. Included in the display will be embossed and gilded pages copied from the Quran that date to the 15th and the 16th centuries, and a 17th century cosmology manuscript titled Miracles of Existence. Images of some of the rarest Quran manuscripts ever found are being featured at the exhibition, and they were shown on the large screen to encourage the public to visit the exhibition at the Sharjah Museum of Islamic Civilization until the 19th of March 2023. The show features a selection of 52 rare examples of Quran manuscripts, including a painting and a rug spanning 14 centuries of Islamic civilization. The book fair was an ideal platform to support other events in Sharjah, as the exhibit is also part of the authorities' efforts aimed at raising awareness about the history of Arabic calligraphy and its role in enriching the global art scene. Speaking of rare collections, the Sharjah Museum Authority has also got this little exhibition on display, which is called Sacred Words, Timeless Calligraphy, showcasing rare manuscripts of the Quran, which are a collection of the Hamid Jafar Quran collection. And this is out there at the Sharjah Museum of Islamic Civilization, and this exhibit intends to attract visitors of the SIBF to other treasures stored in Sharjah. The Sharjah International Book Fair has been a magnet for personalities who would like to inspire creativity and support imagination, and amongst those personalities, visitors to the fair include Mr. Joseph Galara. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Arts and Humanity Specialist.
Yes, yes.
Good to hear from you. How's the book fair been for you, sir?
You know, I have said it so many times, because I've been here for a couple of days. I am so impressed. I am so impressed when I walk through the door to come in, and there is a tsunami of children, thousands upon thousands of children who you just see love these books. And the second thing is, because I focus my work on children, so many of the vendors here, the publishers here, are selling children's books. So this is just so colorful and so impressive, and I am so amazed at how wonderful my research shows that UAE, Sharjah, Dubai focus on the empowering and enrichment of children's education. I am so impressed.
You've been a keen advocate for arts and humanities for healing.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that and how that helps?
There's not one person here, not one person in the world who in their journey from birth to death doesn't experience grief. Whether it's grief because your grandma died or your dog died, whether it's because your parents got divorced or you got divorced, whether it's because you lost a job or somebody made fun of you and ridiculed you. We all go through grief. And so there are different ways to heal from grief. But as an arts person, as a media person, I believe that the arts, whether it's storytelling, music, dance, photography, painting, theater, is a way of healing from grief because there is no closure. When someone is in grief, you can't say, oh, one day I will get over it. It erupts like a volcano. 10 years after your mother dies, you're just driving down the street and it just hits you. So I use the arts, all of the arts, to reach into our minds, our souls, our hearts, to say, I am creative. It's okay to be in grief. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. But I will take that anger, I will take that shock, I will take that sadness, and I will create beauty from it. I will create meaningfulness from it. Because since they cut our umbilical cords, we have been searching. What are we searching for? Wasted time searching for power, searching for always happiness. But when we search for beauty, we search for meaning, then it makes life, it helps us to discover our purpose. And our purpose is to heal and weave through life with the good and the grief.
And how does reading help? It's such a solitary activity if you think about it, and to advocate for it and to say there's always a right book and get involved in spending the time with yourself.
You know, I always say that books have always been my best friends. Told you earlier, I was in America in a radio show, and people called in and said, do you think AIDS, do you think cancer is the worst disease? And I said, no, the worst disease is loneliness. We all experience loneliness at times. When you are overwhelmed with loneliness, the book to go into a story, to discover friends, to discover inspiration, information. So like here, you don't see anybody sitting here crying. Everybody's happy. You buy these books and you have fantasy. It helps you to dream. It gives you hope. It gives you faith. It gives you trust. It gives you a purpose of self-discovery. So books are our answers to ourselves, to collecting stories for ourselves. I just am so overwhelmed with how the children here are so happy.
No, it does make us very happy and very pleased to have you here with us and for you to share your thoughts. And thank you for joining us.
This is my pleasure. You're wonderful. You're my pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure.
So the Sharjah International Book Fair is all about pursuing one's goal and also following their passion. And anyone can do it, including celebrities. A household name in the Malayalam community, Mr. Kotiam Nazir is showcasing his art exhibition as well as showcasing the book that was recently published called The Art From My Heart. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Kotiam. Are you overwhelmed by the amount of love you've seen from the fans, and how does it all feel to be at the Sharjah Book Fair?
It's a great experience here, and I am the first person who is in this Sharjah International Book Fair. I am the first person who is just exhibiting my own paintings. Till now, in the Sharjah Book Fair, in the history of Sharjah Book Fair, nobody has exhibited his own paintings. So he's feeling so proud. He is an artist by profession. He has learned from his art school, and earlier he was doing his paintings, but when he came into mimicry and acting, he didn't get enough time to get into the paintings. Then in 2014 again he started with his painting works, and till before COVID, he has completed his 100 paintings, and during the COVID period in 2020. After that, he has completed 60 of his paintings. So now, a total of 160 paintings he has.
Okay, now you're known for mimicry. Any particular personality you'd like to mimic and copy over here for us and perform?
മിമിക്രി ചെയ്യാനാണോ പറയുന്നത്? ഈ ലോങ് ഡിസ്റ്റൻസിൽ ദൂരെ നിന്നതാ പറയാൻ ദൂരെ നിന്നിട്ട് ഈ നായി വരയ്ക്കുന്നൊരു സംഭവമുണ്ട്, ഡോഗ്.
The beauty of Sharjah International Book Fair is you get to meet a wide range of authors and some inspiring personalities who have not only just written books but sold millions of copies, with their books also being adapted to being television series. And we're very kindly joined by Mary Lou, most notably known for the Legend series as well as Warcross. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Now let's start off by talking about the adaptation. How excited are you for Legend to be finally be adapted in television, and paint the picture for us what the Legend series is all about?
Yes, of course, and it's always exciting to me when I get a glimpse of how Hollywood works and how adaptations work. Legend is currently optioned with Bound Entertainment. I've loved working with them so far, and we are hopeful that things keep moving forward. I think Hollywood is a place where everything that's ever made always feels like a miracle because of all of the steps that are involved, but fingers crossed that we get to keep moving forward with it. And Legend is a story about a boy named Day, who is America's most wanted criminal, and a girl named June, who is America's most prodigious detective. And they live in a dark, futuristic version of Los Angeles that has been flooded and is now a military zone. And it follows the story of these two young people as they first are enemies and hunt each other down, and then ultimately realize that they are actually fighting on the same side.
And what was inspiring for you for back then? It was published 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago now. And what made you imagine this form of a world where it's going to be a republic now and there's going to be so much drama going on?
Yes. I wrote it back in 2009. It was originally inspired by the story Les Miserables, which I've always loved. I've always been drawn to that story of revolution and love, and I had been watching the old movie version of it with Liam Neeson, and just thought it would be really fun to write a teenage version of this story, a teen Valjean versus a teen Javert. So that was the original inspiration for it. And then a few weeks after I came up with that idea, I saw an article that simulated what the world would look like if all of our freshwater ice melts and the oceans rise by 100 meters. And it was fascinating to see how the world had changed. And since I live in the US, I was looking at the US, and basically the entire southeastern portion of the US was gone, just completely underwater. And in California, which is where I live, there was a huge lake that stretched from LA all the way up to San Francisco. And I remember thinking that this would be the right setting for the story that I was envisioning. So that was how the story came to be.
Lastly, what's coming up next for you? What are you working on, and when can this be published?
Yes, my next book is coming out next March 28th, 2023. It's called Stars and Smoke. This is my first present-day novel. It is about a boy named Winter who is a superstar, and he gets tapped to become a spy, and ends up falling for a girl who is a secret agent who is assigned to be his partner. It is my fun book. This is the book that I began during the pandemic. So March 2020, when everything went wrong, I started writing this story because I needed to escape the news cycle and write something happy for myself. So this book was all about writing something fun that entertained me, and ultimately became a story that I hope will entertain my readers and give them joy and be a fun thing to escape into.
Well, we look forward to it, and we cannot wait for it to be published. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Well, I hope you've got some valuable insight into how the book fair operates and why it had been a magnet for everyone who loves books. Thank you for joining us, and we wish that you could experience the book fair if you've missed it, and we hope you've enjoyed our coverage. This is Abdul Karim reporting for Sharjah Channel 2.